Kim never expected to stumble upon something so unusual in her yard, a tiny, hairless baby, pink and fragile, with eyes still sealed shut. It was a wild newborn squirrel, so defenseless it couldn't survive on its own. Unsure what to do but determined to help, Kim quickly reached out to WEST Wildlife Rehab, WWR, sending a message that set a chain of events in motion. The WWR team responded right away, knowing the best chance for the baby's survival was to be reunited with its mother. But before they could even advise her, Kim had already acted with quick thinking. She gently placed the helpless squirrel in a bucket and secured it to the tree where its nest was. Then she updated WWR about her efforts. Hearing this gave the rescuers relief. The baby was no longer on the ground, exposed and vulnerable. Still, they worried. The little squirrel might have been outside too long, and babies at this stage cannot regulate their body temperature. If he had grown too cold, his mother might reject him. The rescuers suggested one final step to give him a fighting chance. Following WWR's advice, Kim warmed a sock filled with rice in the microwave and placed it beside the baby to raise his temperature. This simple step could make the difference between rejection and reunion. But when she returned to check, she was stunned. The sock was no longer needed. By the time Kim stepped back into the yard, the mother squirrel had already swooped in and carried her baby back to the nest. The rescue had worked faster than anyone expected. Relief and joy washed over Kim and the WWR staff as they learned the reunion was complete. For the rescuers, this was more than a happy ending. It was a reminder of how powerful a mother's instinct can be, and how vital quick human action is when wildlife is in trouble. The baby squirrel's safe return was not only heartwarming, but also a clear example of how ordinary people can play an important role in helping wild animals. WWR later shared the story on Facebook, emphasizing their mission to guide the public in facilitating reunions like this whenever possible. With limited staff and countless animals in need, they rely on community members to step in when emergencies arise. WWR explained that many people assume fallen babies must be taken into rehab, but that isn't always the case. In fact, when a baby is uninjured and otherwise healthy, the best outcome is almost always to return it to its mother. Mothers are often close by, waiting for the right moment to retrieve their young as long as the babies are warm and safe. In the end, the little pink squirrel wasn't just saved, he was right back where he belonged, safe in his mother's care. Luckily for WWR, this case resolved itself quickly, freeing the team to focus on other pressing rescues. Not every wildlife call ends with such a smooth reunion, but this story stood out as a hopeful reminder of what's possible when people and nature work together.